Welcome to Inside the Islanders. I'm George Matthews. With me, the athletic trainer of the Charlottetown Islanders, Kevin Elliott. And he is certainly, when you look at major junior hockey here in PEI, he's almost got a lifetime contract here, I would think, with the PEI Rocket and as well to the Charlottetown Islanders. But having said that, Kevin, you've been well-traveled as well, not only here on PEI, but you've had some experience at the major league level with the Toronto Blue Jays. You've been in the NHL for a season with the Florida Panthers. You've gone through 3 World Junior Championships as well. So you're well-traveled as well. But before we get all into that, you're originally from St. John, New Brunswick, but take us back to those early days. Your family, I do believe, was heavily involved with sports in St. John.
Yes, we were. My dad was involved in the senior hockey with he owned the St. John Gulls, and he owned the St. John Stingers over there, and he also owned the St. John Dodgers baseball team. So ever since I've been a wee child, little pup, I've been around the sporting event a lot, and I just grew accustomed to it and just fell right in love with it.
Of course, some of us grow up and try to be sports broadcasters. Some people try to grow up and be athletic therapists. But why, in fact, do you take that route as being an athletic therapist?
I just got interested in it. I mean, I was always involved in the game, and I was really intrigued by injuries and how they rehabbed it. And I did a lot of work in St. John with some friends of mine at the physio clinic, St. John Sports Medicine Clinic, and I also worked with the Academy of Baseball Canada. So I was doing a lot of injury stuff on top of equipment. And I just really felt that it was time for me to make a movement after college. When I went to school in Texas, I got a job offer to go to the Academy of Baseball Canada in Montreal, and then from there I applied to Concordia and got my degree as an athletic trainer there.
And what's the I know we've gone through that right now, but what's the basic qualifications for somebody, a young person watching this right now, if they want to get involved in your field?
You have to become certified, and become certified you have to take a accredited course. I think there are Concordia in York and a couple other schools around Canada. You take the course, and then you got to write a certification exam, and there's 2 parts of the certification exam in Canada, plus there's another exam in the United States that I took that's called the National Athletic Trainers Association as well. So, and once you're certified, then you just start putting your name out there. But for young kids getting into the sport and into the business, the most important thing you can do is start volunteering time. You know, you're not going to be handed the job. You got to go do things. You got to do stuff you really don't want to do. Go do it.
Yeah, try working for pay, no pay. I think we've all done that for what we're doing right now. There's no doubt about that. But now your current, as I say, you've worked at the major league level. We're going to talk about that here very quickly. But here in Charlottetown, again, for the young people watching this video right now, what's the day-to-day operation as far as the athletic therapist is concerned with the Charlottetown Islanders?
Well, I'm actually quite fortunate that I have an outstanding equipment manager in Andrew Spider McNeil who takes care of all the equipment side of things, and I'm left everything else that's medical, anyone that's injured, day-to-day operations and that, like even straight from the sniffles to little sprained ankles and torn fingernails and everything else like that. I'm kind of like the mother of the team right now, but on a day-to-day operations, it's usually the kids go to school. I chat with them before practice. The guys that are injured come in early and they get their rehab done and get whatever has to be done, stretching, massaging, whatever the case may be. We go practice. After practice, we do either a workout or we do some type of therapy post-practice. And then the rest of it is just nutrition. We keep an eye on nutrition. Our nutritionist, Nancy Fong, and myself work diligently with the players on top of their diets and everything else like that. So from a day-to-day operations, it starts about 7:30 in the morning, and I'll probably get home tonight about 7:30. So my wife will say hello to me, and then she'll send me to the basement. So normal day. So.
That's a normal day for all of us, believe me. But you know what? When you look at this situation right now, Kevin, and having experienced it at the NHL level for a number of seasons, I know that every team, they've got management, they've got GMs, they've got presidents, they've got coaches. But for a lot of organizations, even here at the major junior level, a lot of organizations, the glue factor are the training staff and the athletic therapist off that hockey club or baseball team.
Oh, I agree. Because we're pretty much down in the trenches. We see everything that some of the stuff the coaches don't see and management doesn't see, but we're right there. We see everything, and we're involved in everything. And the players have a high trust level for the training staff and equipment staff on top of that as well. And it's just one of those things. They have reiterating the trust level, but people just start coming to us, and it's I don't even know how to describe it. It's just a natural daily process.
When it comes to Major League Sports, not all jobs transfer across. Obviously, if you're a head coach in the NHL or management or president of an NHL team to a Major League Baseball team, there are certainly specific jobs. But you were lucky enough, obviously, to be able to transfer injury-wise from baseball to the NHL eventually with the Florida Panthers. Talk to us about that experience. Again, how you got there and perhaps a great memory that you might have.
Again, just getting hired with the Florida Panthers was an amazing experience. I was lucky enough to have a good friend of mine in the organization, Andy O'Brien, and Andy said, hey, they have an opening, and we tried for the year before to get the position filled, but I couldn't get visa stuff situated. And then at the end of the summer, I was invited to do a couple mini camps with them and a development camp in Toronto, Ontario. And I just remember sitting down with Randy Sexton and these guys, and they had an interview, and I can remember it was July the 10th. I got a phone call from Jacques Martin. He said, "Hey, we're going to hire you. Are you interested?" And I said, "Yeah," but then I had to think in 17 days I was getting married, so I better go tell my wife that, and that didn't go over as well as I thought it was going to go over. So, but I mean, it was a great experience.
Now, of course, when you come back and you refocus back here on PEI, you've been here, as I say. I think for the most part, you've got a lifetime contract here because of your work ethic, and that's a plus. But you could have other jobs, but you do like Charlottetown. You do like PEI.
Yes, I do. I love Charlottetown. Obviously, I met my wife here, Carolyn McGuigan, and my stepson Matt was in college. And also, too, my wife won't give me $44.75 to get off the bridge, so I'm kind of stuck here. I got nowhere to go. So, but no, I love it here. It's the summer times. I work at Andrews Hockey School in the summertime, and so many great people are come over here in the summertime. All my friends visit my dad and family, so there's no reason for me to leave right now.
And you see, of course, a change here right now. That things are in the upswing here. There's no doubt about that. A bit of a struggle winding down this season. Everybody knows about that. But moving forward, things look pretty positive here in Charlottetown.
Oh my, this is great. I mean, people really don't understand that we have a really, really young team and a really powerful team. And I think next year we're going to turn a lot of heads. I mean, got a group of kids that are just phenomenal in the room. They're gelling together. There's no dissension whatsoever. And I mean, Grant Gordy and all the rest of the managers staff, Connor and Luke and Paul Drew, they're doing a heck of a job. I mean, it's unbelievable. Like Spider and I talk about it all the time on the bus, how different it is and how much more positive. Nothing against the previous ownership. Mr. Farr did a great job. But right now we got a young group and we're really proud of them. We're really happy with them, and we're really looking forward to the upcoming season.
That's Kevin Elliott, athletic therapist for the Charlottetown Islanders. For Inside the Islanders, I'm George Matthews.